pay a CEO a performance bonus when by definition the institution was failing? What did they do to deserve that money? And this is not a little bit of money. 20 million, 30 million, 700 people were made millionaires by Merrill Lynch, while the taxpayers are paying through the TARP program.
New York Attorney General Andrew Cuomo blasting Merrill Lynch for giving huge payouts to hundreds of employees as it was piling up massive losses last fall. Now, Cuomo laid out the size and the scope of the bonuses in a letter to Congressman Barney Frank. Now, Frank's House committee is the one that grilled those 8 bank executives today that we showed you earlier to see how they're spending all the bailout money they've received. We learned new details today about exactly what happened at Merrill Lynch, their bonus boondoggle, and we think you should know how this company's been spending some of your money. Joe Johns has the latest.
Allegations that Merrill Lynch gave big money bonuses to top people even when it was broke, even with the federal government kicking in billions for its merger with Bank of America, and even with a prosecutor breathing down its neck.
And I think it's an egregious wrong for people to now get multiple million-dollar bonuses for failed performance.
New York Attorney General Andrew Cuomo says that as far back as October 29th last year, he started asking Merrill Lynch what plans they had to give executive bonuses. He says Merrill just stated their bonus policy but didn't say who might get them. Weeks later, instead of giving a prosecutor the information he asked for, Cuomo says Merrill secretly moved up the bonus pay date. A grand total of $3.6 billion. Cuomo says $121 million of it went to just 4 people. The next 4 got a combined $62 million. The next 6 split $66 million. All paid early just before its merger with Bank of America, with the government kicking in $45 billion of your dollars to sweeten the deal. The fallout? Merrill's CEO was quickly pushed out the door, and B of A's CEO told Congress today his company had no power to stop the bonuses.
Well, I do know that we urged the Merrill Lynch executives that were involved in this compensation issue to reduce the bonuses substantially, particularly at the top. And we had no authority to tell them what to do, just urge them what to do.
And one more outrage today over big payouts. The Huffington Post obtained a tape of a conference call on which Morgan Stanley financial advisors were told they would get so-called retention awards to stay at the firm, but they were also told not to call them bonuses. Now, a loaded word.
There will be a retention award. Please do not call it a bonus. It is not a bonus. It is an award. And it recognizes the importance of keeping our team in place as we go through this integration.
Morgan Stanley says retention awards are loans, but people don't have to pay them back if they stay at the firm. It also says they'll be paid out of profits. But since taxpayers have kicked in $60 billion to keep the soon-to-be merged Morgan Stanley and Smith Barney afloat, some people are asking what profits, and aren't they really coming out of taxpayers' pockets instead? Experts we spoke with all said merging firms often commit money to keep their people from taking their clients and business to competing firms. Believe it or not, even after Wall Street's meltdown, there's a bidding war going on. Morgan Stanley says it's been losing several hundred advisors a month, and that's why it needs retention awards, even after the firm receives $60 billion of your money. Joe Johns, CNN, Washington.
All right. Also on Capitol Hill today, hearing on the